I will admit though, he was great too. When I talked to him, when I shook his hand and said good job, he was like he showed up. There was multiple times when I saw him. Yeah, I heard he was very quiet. Like usually that's not his. He was very quiet. It's like, not yet, but they're on my list for sure.
Because I'm buddies with development.
Oh, he did text you about you?
He texted me.
Yeah, because you can tell them they're like high on my list. So I listen to basketball on a couple podcasts. I watched every single game this year and last year.
So DeVoe and I go back.
Oh, really? Okay.
So
I really appreciate it.
he texted me, I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
That's usually pretty good about telling me when you guys reach out. But if you don't mind, I would love that because the boys have sent them highlight films. They can't talk to them, so they send them. You can't talk to you, come to a prospect. Like, until I know you know, like, I expect it. Yeah, they're very high on my list. And I tell them they have to get used to snow. Good luck.
Hello, Lacrosse fans, and welcome to the beautiful Brophy Sports Complex here in Phoenix, Arizona for the semifinal matchup with the Arizona Lacrosse League. The Brophy Broncos, number 1, coming in undefeated, taking on number 5, Desert Vista Thunder. This is Chris Ross with South Mountain Lacrosse. Joining alongside me, Dustin Cowell and Jordan Riggs. Dustin, what are you looking for out of the game tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be a great game. Two really good teams. Obviously, two teams that have been here and done that before. Brophy, obviously a powerhouse of the state. They've got guys top to bottom on the roster that can score in a hurry. And Desert Vista's obviously got a really good offense once they get going as well. Their defense is big, strong. Face-off's going to be a big key as well. So I'm getting forward to seeing this one go going.
Jordan, welcome to the broadcast. What are you looking for tonight?
Looking forward to seeing DV's defense.
Coming off, losing their starting goalie last year, that helped them out a lot, rebuilding there, I think. And then Brophy's offense, I think, as Dustin said, it's pretty electric to watch those boys play. So we'll see if it's nice and tight, and we'll see if they can just electrify the crowd tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Dustin mentioned the face-off wins. Looking over on the DV side, they're going to be starting with number 99, Dylan Patel, and he's got 68 face-off wins for this season. Coach Land said he's going to be looking to put 2 or 3 different face-off guys in. They're all going to be going up here against number 10, Jack Gersoni, for the Broncos. 129 face-off wins for him. Looks like he's just a beast at the center.
Yeah, Grisoni's been a monster all season. He's been a monster his whole career so far here at Brophy, only a junior. And Dylan Petto, a sophomore, has stepped into a big role there as well. So it's going to be a really good battle here at the face-off. Excellent, like Coach Lannon said, he's going to throw a couple of different guys at Jack to see if they can mix it up a bit.
Yeah, Brophy, it looks like it's just going to be a tall task here for the Thunder tonight. Brophy's outscored their opponents 208-38 this season, limiting most of their opponents to about 3.5 goals per game while they're averaging almost 19. It's going to be tough for DV. They're coming in averaging about 11 goals per game while allowing about 8. So it's going to be a tall task for sure.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing here for DV is just to get on them early. I think an early goal to start will get the guys juiced and get the momentum in their favor for sure.
Yeah, I was talking with head coach Harbison before the game, and he said one of the challenges for the Broncos has been starting strong in the first quarter. Said they had a good first quarter last game, and looking for that again. But he said they're looking for 35 high-quality shots this game. You think we'll see it?
I think so. I think, like I said, that's a high-octane offense over there. They got 7+ guys that can shoot the ball at any point of the field. So we'll definitely see that. I think the other thing, I was able to chat with Coach Harbison as well. He was mentioning, I think, the couple big matchups they're going to see is Kendall, their LSM, going up against Kyle Lynch, number 15 from Desert Vista. I think that's going to be a really good matchup to see. And he highlighted a couple guys on offense. Eli Friedman, Tate Armstrong are two guys that he highlighted to watch tonight. And then on the Desert Vista side, we've got Kyle Lynch, we mentioned, number 15. Nolan King-Zimmerman, number 3, is a sniper on that right side of the attack. And then they got some big bodies on defense. You got Hayden Allen, Jake Kingree over there as well. So really good players. And then Connor Lannon, the LSM for Desert Vista, is going to be a great player for them as well tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned Kyle Lynch, number 15. Last of the Lynch brothers, Tommy and Ryan, playing before him, and assistant coach Bill Lynch going to be over there on the sideline tonight. I know number 15, special number for the Ahwatukee team, Bill Nolan, the founder down there, so number 15, and they got the 15 for Matters org, driving positive mental health for the game, so a lot of ties to number 15. Looks like we'll have a 4-man officiating crew on the field here tonight. Fans looking for a little inception moment here. We got the live stream playing here locally in the stadium up on the scoreboard here. So fans going to get the benefit of the instant replay here.
There we go. Bring in the instant replay.
We'll take a look at the playoff bracket here a little bit later on, but we also got Notre Dame Saints hosting Corona del Sol tonight. That game starting here in 30 minutes.
That'll be a good game. You got Coach Malone, Coach Rovinelli over there. That's going to be a defensive-heavy game. It will definitely be low scoring.
Yeah, we'll check in on that game throughout the broadcast here. That game's being brought live over by APN Video, Jeff Laurie, so you guys can also tune in over there. But looks like this one's about to get underway.
I know Dawson mentioned Grisoni, but Brophy does have 2 other face-off guys that are very, very good.
First face-off win going to Brophy. Right out of the gate.
Just clean face-off win by Grisoni. Right the fin, guys. Great shot, low.
Yeah, nice assist. Looks like that's number 6, Maddox Ranley, for the goal.
after that quick start there, Desert Vista is going to want to get this ball in their offensive half and get it around a little bit. Shake those nerves out a little bit here. We got Kyle Lynch on the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kendall's really emerged as an LSM. You don't want to get caught in the corner with him. He's gotten better every game.
Yeah, another big piece of Brophy here is the transition. They can beat you in a lot of different ways, but the transition is one of them.
And another one for Brophy. Lord and Pickett got a piece of that one, but still able to sneak past him.
That was number 7, Carter Fitzgerald on the goal there.
So for anyone that knows Arizona Lacrosse, that's Matt Tyke's cousin.
Fun fact. That's our fun fact of the day.
We'll keep them coming.
Yeah, we're going to be here all night, so we'll keep them coming. It looks like new midfield here for Brophy. Both the brothers, Zach and Tate Lacrosse, and then Braden Duck as well.
That shot going wide left of the net, backed up by Brophy.
Look for an ISO at Braden. He's real shifty and fast. He's their speed guy.
Rip there coming for number 5, Tate Lacrosse, getting his 20th goal on the season.
Yeah, Zach and Tate Lacrosse, both sophomores, big pieces of this offense here for Brophy. Guys that are going to be future stars here in the league for the years to come.
So not even 2 minutes in, already 3 goals for Brophy.
This is one thing Desert Vista wanted to do, is just be able to slow them down and use that face-off X to really slow this Brophy offense down. You don't want to make this and turn this into a make-it-take-it with Jack or transition play here.
Yeah, you don't want to transition. I mean, Brophy just has the depth that will just tire you out if you try and push it too fast, too hard.
Looks like we got Eli Friedman out here, Tate Armstrong as well, Braden Duck, Alex White.
A lot of quick ball movement from Brophy early on here.
Good shot there from Finn. Yeah, the Brophy offense definitely a high power motion offense. Desert Vista is going to want to make sure they're communicating through all that movement. Like I said, they do got some leaders on that defense. Hayden Allen, Jay Kingery, Connor Lannon, Lord Pickett as well in the cage. They're going to want to use those guys to be loud and communicate all this this movement from Brophy.
Coming in on the crease roll. That one's going right of the net.
Interesting here. You can see 2-man. You got Finn with a shorty.
Errant pass, but able to keep it in bounds on the far side.
Here's Eli Friedman now at the ball. Eli will be going on to play at Marquette.
You know, this is a matchup I love to see as we get on. Landon versus Eli. I think Landon's going to be a nice star coming up in the ranks here in Arizona too.
Another goal there from Carter Fitzgerald.
You can really see by the offense, they're really forcing our DV to slide. They brought 3 there, leaving that wide open for Carter Fitzgerald. That's going to be something they want to clean up as we keep going on in this game.
Yeah, the other thing too we're noticing is a lot of mismatches here. A lot of Brophy guys finding the short stick matchups, trying to exploit the defense.
That'll be 2 on the night for Fitzgerald as he gets 17 on the season.
Got him here in transition. Yep.
What a shot.
Taylor Cross.
Just got DV caught in the substitution game there, and Taylor Cross got his second of the night so far.
Dustin, at what point do you call a timeout to regroup with your boys on this?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if we see one here pretty soon. You know, usually there's that 3-goal mark where if you get 3, you know, real quick, you want to kind of slow it down, get the guys calmed down a little bit, take a big deep breath, and try to reset here. So I think Coach Dan's got a lot of confidence in his guys here, hoping for some possession. But yeah, you definitely want to try and slow this train down before it gets a little out of hand.
Corbin Rushenberg.
That's a face-off by Corbin. Corbin, he's the second face-off guy for Brophy, but he's still dangerous. They are lucky enough to have that dangerous 1-2 punch at the face-off X.
Here's Kyle Lynch here, probably going to be a one-man clear. They look to get him the ball. He's got Finn on him right now. They're definitely looking to get him the ball. Good ride there by Brophy.
So a little too much on that from the goalie. Errant pass going out of play. Turnover back over to the Broncos.
Good clear there by number 19, Dane Helt. Another Division I commit going to Iona. There's a shot by Maddox Ranley. Good save by Lord there.
Ooh, that's a dangerous pass right there to make in the middle of the field.
You can see DV's trying to definitely push transition a little bit here. Brophy's got a good ride set up. They're trying to take away number 15, Kyle Lynch, off the ride and see if Desert Vista can make a play somewhere else. We've seen a couple errant passes in that clear game.
Yeah, the ride's real smart. What they're doing is they're actually bringing a pull in the middle to be a free safety. Once the Kyle Lynch released, they just release the attackman with him.
I got a ground ball here, lost it off the swim move.
Good defense there by Connor Lannon. Looks like
good
timeout. Yep, good timeout by Dan Lannon there. Timeout Desert Vista. That on-ball defense, I know, Jordan, you were just talking about it. Connor Lannon's going to be a beast. He got a nice takeaway there from Eli Friedman. Ultimately, Dan was able to get that timeout like you were talking about, try to reset here and get the ball on the offense.
Yeah, I think they need a nice long possession. Even though you're down 5-0, there's plenty of time left. You want a nice long possession, give that defense some rest, and hopefully put a couple goals in.
With that, we'll take a short break here on South Mountain Lacrosse. We'll be right back for more action here at the Brophy Sports Complex. Brophy Broncos up 5-0 over the Thunder. All right, welcome back. Game back underway here opportunity for Kyle Lynch to transition across as DB's looking to get their first one on the board tonight.
Good double there, force a turnover.
And here we go, transition again. Dangerous shot. Good shot by Keith there. Another opportunity.
That's a goal by Kathan, number 4.
Kathan Jared Curry, just his 5th on the season. But Brophy really mixing it up. A lot of different players getting in, finding the back of the net early in this one.
Yeah, it's something Coach Pat's really good at, is making sure his depth is utilized, rest some of the horses during the season. You never get a look. Then they come in during the playoff stretch and that they're contributors.
Something to watch here. That's 2 faceoffs now that Evan Day has taken them. Dylan Pethel hasn't taken the last 2 faceoffs, so something to want to watch. I know Coach Landon said he was going to throw a few different guys at him. Evan Day is a first-line O-Midi for Desert Vista, so we'll want to watch that. Here's Eli Freeman, got a shorty matchup here. Well, good save.
Good save.
Yep, that's a turnover there. Desert Vista really needs this clear here.
Yeah, this is going to be a big momentum shift right here if they can successfully get it clear in a nice possession.
Yeah, Thunder's still looking to get in attack territory here tonight. Goalie way out of the cage, across midfield. He's going. And he gets yard sailed on the other side of the field. Now he's got to race back to the cage. Intercepted by DV and a shot from outside taken away by the Broncos goalie. What a play.
A good reset here by DV. There's Nolan King Zimmerman. Ooh, great shot there right off the crossbar. Clear there from Brady Estep to Carter Fitzgerald. Oh, good shot there by Kyle Lynch. And that's a push in the back. He'll get that ball there.
Oh, no, we're calling playing.
Yeah, what was that call there?
I'm going to guess they thought he kept continuing play when he got de-twigged.
Got Kyle Lynch on the ball here. Moving it to Dylan Pethel here. Playing a little bit of offense as well. Back over to Lynch. Lynch over to Logan. This is Logan Gozwich. This is Dylan Pethel here. Carter Fitzgerald on defense. Desert Vista doing a good job moving the ball around, giving their defense a break, trying to slow this Brophy offense down.
This is where you're going to need one of your horses to do something.
We got a penalty coming up here on Brophy.
Brophy fans not happy with that call.
Yeah, looks like they're getting a push call here, so Desert Vista is about to go man up. Try to get this opportunity to get one on the board here. So Desert Vista will be man up here for 30 seconds after the push call. Got Kyle Lynch on ball here.
This is a big opportunity for DV right here. They need to capitalize on this man up.
Good shot saved by Ryan Peitzmeyer. The first time we've called his name. Ryan will be going on to play at University of Utah after his decorated high school career here at Brophy. Good clear there. Kathan Chirakuri here on the ball with Alex White now.
Yeah, nice grab by White there.
Brophy was able to kill that penalty, so they will go on offense back even 6-on-6 here. Here's Alex White. Then over to Braden Duck here. He's got Evan Day, offensive short stick caught on defense here, so we'll see what offense Brophy brings. Shot and a save. Lord Pickett with another save. Quick up and clear here to Hayden Allen.
Oh, can't handle it. Now we're back on offense.
Brophy's got numbers here. Shot and a goal there. Assist from Finn Guest over to Tate Armstrong for the goal.
Failed clears are killing DV right now.
Yeah, Tate getting his 33rd on the season. One minute on the clock. Broncos pitching a shutout so far.
Over to Finn Guest there. Shot off the crossbar. Maddox Ranley picks up the ground ball, and Brophy's going to get their subs off and get their guys back on the field. Brophy had numbers there for a second, but decided to hold the ball here.
Yeah, DV defense looks a little confused right now.
This is Tate Lacoste. He's got 2 already in this first quarter. 30 seconds left. This is Finn Guest. Back to Tate. Oh, good shot there.
Good shot.
Almost had himself a highlight reel.
Alex White at extra 20 seconds left.
Brophy going to attack the cage here. Good inside roll. And a score there by Alex White, unassisted.
White becoming the 6th goal scorer for Brophy as he notches number 20 on the season.
Alex White, another sophomore. He's going to really be producing in the coming futures for Brophy. The brother of Arizona, little legend Thomas White, who's playing at Manhattan and had an incredible season. Got some All-MAC awards as well.
Face-off win there for Dylan Petho, bringing it down. Fast break. Just wide.
That would have been the juice they needed.
No shot off here from Desert Vista. End of the first quarter. Brophy Broncos 8, Desert Vista Thunder 0.
With that, we'll take a short break here on South Mountain Lacrosse. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in a couple minutes for the second quarter. Brophy versus DV. All right, welcome back here to the second quarter.
It looks like a push there on the face-off from Dylan, so it'll be Brophy ball here. Eli Friedman picks it up. He's got Connor Landon on him. Got Jake Kingery on Finn Guest. Good matchup there. And it looks like Hayden Allen guarding Tate Armstrong. Some good matchups around the field. We got Kyle Lynch on Carter Fitzgerald. Some good 1v1 matchups so far here. But Desert Vista needs a goal here to switch the momentum up a little bit.
Good shot by Finn Guest off the pipe.
Good ground ball there by Tate Armstrong. And it looks like timeout Brophy.
Close call there. I thought actually we might get a push with possession there.
There's a lot of nature that goes into recording when he asked me. I'm actually 99%. He asked me to record Abby one time at state, and I only had one job, and it's a track. It's not like she's zigzagging. She starts at one end and then the other. I videotape the sky. I got it up there. He's like, oh, she's gonna get it in the rear view. And then I was like, I have no idea how she finished. I said, well, neither do I.
I'll wear the shells.
Once you start, then I'm responsible for things in my life. There's an expectation. He's really, really sad today. He's not here though. And he's at a working dinner, so I know he's not watching his phone. I've sent him every other day.
As action resumes here at the Brophy Sports Complex. Broncos back on attack. That one right off the back of number 22, Hayden Allen.
Good feed there. Braden Duck to Tate Armstrong. Just couldn't see it through the stick. Brophy still has possession here. Tate Armstrong coming around the side. Up the hash and a goal there by Tate Armstrong.
You can see Brophy's rotating Carter and Tate over at that lefty spot, giving BV defenders two different looks.
Face-off battle here. Looks like Brophy ball.
Oh, you had numbers.
Desert Vista needs to clear the ball here.
Good turnover. Ride is aggressive here.
And they looked like they had numbers with the trailer with Cannon Jansen, number 18, but Brophy will just settle it down here and get their offense on the field.
We got Zach Lacrosse at X with a shorty now.
Yeah, Brophy's definitely been trying to find the two-man game, not only at X, but on the low base on the wings as well, trying to find those mismatches. Looks for Eli Friedman here. Shot and a goal. crossfield pass by Zach Lacrosse over to Eli Friedman. Eli Friedman, good hitch to his left hand there for a great shot. And Brophy's got a 10-0 lead here.
Yeah, Friedman, one of the players Coach Harbison was saying to watch tonight. One of the top scorers on the team. He just got 30 on the season. Right up there with Finn Guest and Tate Armstrong.
Face-off win here by Corbin. A little confusion there. And Desert Vista will get to clear the ball. Yeah, Jordan, you mentioned it. They're just taking the pole and doing a quarterback spy on Kyle Lynch, basically, just trying to take him completely out of the clear.
Yeah, they're not going to make any clear easy.
Here's Kyle Lynch now. Good job there, not forcing anything, settle it down, give your offense a chance here. Desert Vista just needs one. Get one on the board here, change the momentum of this game. Kyle Lynch over Logan, Logan over to Nolan. Couldn't handle the pass, and that's going to be a push in the back. Here's Evan Day, sophomore. Moves it here over to Nolan King Zimmerman. Back over to Kyle Lynch. Here's Kendall pushing transition.
Ground ball troubles by both teams here.
Somebody needs to get the ball. That's going to be a push. Desert Vista ball. Here's Evan Day. Shot in the goal.
So DB finally on the board there. Number 29, Evan Day, midfielder. 6th goal in the season for him.
Yeah, just good dodge right down the alley there. Tough shot for Peitzmeyer to make there. Desert Vista got the goal they needed, and they got Connor landing on the faceoff, trying to mix it up a little bit here. Win by Grissoni.
Aaron pass there.
Yeah, looked like a little miscommunication.
Looks like a delayed penalty coming up here on Desert Vista. There's Brady Estep. Over to Eli Friedman.
Good feed, Tate.
Good ball movement here, and just a tough pass from Finn, but Brophy's going to go man up here. Looks like a slash on Desert Vista. Brophy's going to be man up for 1 minute.
Good job, Zach.
So far, 1 penalty for each team, so refs are letting the boys play tonight.
This will be our first look here at Brophy's man up. Up to Tate Armstrong. Shot and a save. Oh, and what a play.
What a pickup. That's a great just play by Tate Lacrosse on the doorstep.
Yeah, strong shot by Tate Armstrong. Rebound off the goalie save right into Lacosse's stick with a no-look underhand shot and a goal.
That'll be a hat trick for Tate Lacrosse.
Win by Jack Rossoni. He is not afraid to shoot the ball, takes it down. And a back up there by Finn Guest to stay with Brophy. Brophy getting their substitutions on. We got Eli Friedman coming in. And Braden Duck as well. It looks like Tyler Scripps, first action here tonight for Brophy.
He's only a freshman, but he brings some big, big plays.
To Finn Guest here down the alley. Good look inside. Tate was able to find Eli Friedman on the doorstep. Just missed there. And Tate Armstrong will bring it back in from X.
Try to get a double steal there for Tate.
There's Braden Duck. Shot just wide. Here's Finn from X. Shot. And looks like this is going to be backed up. Desert Vista ball in the clear here.
It's a good defensive stand there for DV.
Yeah, a couple good takes by Brophy, but a great defensive stand there from Desert Vista. They just need to be able to clear this ball now and get it to their offense. They've had a couple good looks. They just got to be able to clear the ball. And it looks like Brophy was in a 10-man ride. And that's going to be Brophy ball.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Brophy just keep in that 10-man ride for the rest of the game. 1, to work on it, but 2, to eliminate that clear.
For those of you listening that may not be familiar with the 10-man ride, essentially what it is the goalie comes out and guards an offensive player on the clear, essentially taking away every possible pass for the clearing team. So that's where you saw goalie Ryan Peitzmeyer coming out and guarding one of the attackmen. It looks like a timeout here.
So that we'll take a short break. We'll be right back here on South Mountain Lacrosse.
This is your captain's speech.
Yeah, this is your captain's speech.
No way.
I gotta show up.
Are you slumming?
I'm only late to the holidays.
You're slumming. You guys.
They don't win it, I'm gonna tie. I'll give you that one. Olivia's last year, so we're in the semifinals. It's at senior. Play Xavier, we just saw them. They were watching.
They're all sitting.
We can't get this one.
They're all sitting.
Yeah, we just saw them.
You guys played them for semifinals?
Welcome back. 3:34 on the clock. Second quarter winding down. Broncos up by 10, 11-1.
Yeah, Brophy took a timeout there, get their offense settled in. Trying to get another goal here this second quarter.
Wide open on the backside. Nice
Save
save by the
Pickett with
goalie.
another one. And Tate Armstrong was able to get that ball off the shot. He's got the ball here, moves it over to Finn. Finn with the inside roll there. Finish saved by Pickett again. Lorden Pickett's had a couple big saves on the doorstep tonight so far.
Yeah, he's going to have to keep playing like that to allow his offense to come back.
Finn Guest with the ball here. Moves it over to Eli Friedman. Eli moves it up to Carter Fitzgerald. And here's Braden Duck. Eli looks for Finn there. Moves the ball to X with Lacrosse. Carter Fitzgerald on the shot. Looks like it got deflected. Finn Guest with the ball here. Got a shorty matchup at X. Comes up the hash. Lefty shot just wide. Backed up by Carter Fitzgerald. Looks like another dodge up the right hash here from Fitzgerald. Moves it up to Lacrosse. Lacrosse back to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald over to Duck. There's Braden Duck up the hash, shot and a goal. Great dodge up the righty hash there by Braden Duck. Gets on the board for Brophy. Corbin on the face-off here. Looks like Evan Day comes out with it. Great check by Kendall, but it looks like Coach Dan might have gotten a timeout right before the check. Yep, timeout Desert Vista.
Yeah, look at a goal by Braden Duck, the midfield sophomore. Looks like it's 7th goal on the year, and I think he might be one of the only players on this Brophy roster under 6 feet tall.
Yeah, Braden Duck, he's very shifty, so as a defensive player, you have to make sure you're sitting low and guard him from the hips because he will blow right by you. He is a very shifty player.
So So minute 28 to go here in the first half.
For those watching our stream here, just for a quick update on Corona and Notre Dame Prep. Notre Dame Prep just scored here, so it is 2-1 NDP in the first quarter. Desert Vista coming out of the timeout with a minute 28 left, looking to move this ball around and try to get the last shot off. Almost lost it there. Move it over to Nolan King Zimmerman to Logan Gozwich. And great takeaway there from Dane Helt. Moves it up to Kendall. They got numbers here in transition. Here's Louis Miracle.
Break happening.
And Louis pushing the ball in transition here. Shot and a goal. A tough bounce shot there. Louis Merkel makes it 13-1 Desert Vista, or Brophy, excuse me.
Yeah, beautiful placement on that one, just finding the bottom right corner.
Yeah, that play started with great defensive play by Dane Helt, pushing transition to Louis, and ultimately leading to that goal. It was a face-off win for Corbin. Moves it over to Tate Armstrong. Shot, goal, and a goal by Tate Armstrong, top left corner.
Yeah, luckily that one was deflected, not in a beneficial way for the goalie.
Yeah, tough one there for Pickett. I think there might have been some player shielding his vision as well, so that's a tough one for a goalie.
Also benefits Tate being 6'6", playing attack there. Being able to shoot over everyone.
Absolutely. And here's Jack Rossoni on the face-off. A shot and a save by Pickett.
We got a Bronco down.
And that looks like it might be Jack Rossoni.
AT out on the field.
And he's up, walking. That's great to see there.
Let's see what this call is going to be. Unnecessary roughness
To the
walked
head.
in.
Yep.
2 minutes, I'm guessing, to the head. 2, 3.
Yeah, I think the new rule is anything to the head is a 2-minute locked-in penalty. Definitely was to the head as his helmet came off. So Brophy will most likely look to just hold this ball and go into the second half, man up to start. Brophy just moving the ball around here, about 20 seconds left. Looks like they might run a play here. And right on the doorstep, and a goal. Carter Fitzgerald, the feed to Alex White. And with that locked-in penalty, Brophy will finish this first half out and then go second half man up. 13 seconds left. We'll see if Desert Vista is able to get a face-off win here and get a goal of their own.
Yeah, a bit of a late hit coming on that one, but no call from the officials.
There's Evan Day on the face-off with Corbin. Scooped out there. Picked up by Dane Helt, and that's going to be the first half.
So Brophy will start with ball coming to start the half, man up.
Yep, no face-off. Brophy ball start the second half.
At the end of your first half, Brophy up 15-1. Dustin, Jordan, let's take a look at the playoff bracket and talk about how both these teams got here.
Yeah, so started with Brophy, obviously finished the season with the #1 seed, ended up playing Pinnacle after Pinnacle, played a hard-fought game against Oro Valley, and ultimately Brophy was able to pitch a shutout against Pinnacle. And Desert Vista started their playoff run with a game against Brophy V2, who was the Cactus Conference champion, and ultimately was able to handle that game, and then went on to play the 4-seeded Chandler, which had a first-round bye and went out to Chandler and was able to get a big win against the Chandler Pumas. So really good win for Desert Vista there, and ultimately led them here. And then looking at the bottom of the bracket, you've got Corona, who was the 3 seed. They had a bye in the first round, ultimately took on Higley in a really, really close game. That game was back and forth, 13-11 final for Corona. And then you've got Notre Dame. So Notre Dame was facing the winner of Boulder Creek Arcadia. Boulder Creek ended up beating Arcadia in the first round. Boulder Creek and Notre Dame Prep was the only overtime game so far in the playoffs, a back and forth game. Notre Dame was actually down 4 goals in that game in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, ended up coming back to tie it with 1.5 seconds left, led it to overtime, and ultimately got the win, which is where Notre Dame is at playing Corona right now. So really good matchups in the playoffs this year, but yeah.
And just a quick check-in on that Notre Dame Corona game. Saints up 2-1 over the Aztecs. We'll keep you updated on that as this game proceeds, but we'll take a short break here. We'll be back in about 9 minutes for the second half of Brophy versus DV. Thanks again for watching South Mountain Lacrosse. We'll be right back.
We're getting some mixed feelings.
Well, the Brophy grandparents here are loving it.
We love it.
That's who their target audience is. It's all the,
My grandma, my mom,
it's all the
she's like, this is great. We got broadcasting. It's awesome.
grandparents.
Because she has to watch the YouTube thing most times. She's always texting like, what's going on? I started out with Oh, yeah.
And welcome back here to the second half.
So like we mentioned, Brophy starting the half man up after that locked-in penalty from the first half. There's Finn Guest with the ball. Ooh, moves it up to
Eli. You don't want to
Eli.
leave him with hands free.
Friedman back over to White. White to Lacrosse. Lacrosse over to Finn. Feed inside, Tate Armstrong. Feed from Carter Fitzgerald over to Tate Armstrong.
Dustin, long history between these two coaches, but when do you think you kind of start letting those reserves play to keep them fresh, possibly for that next game?
Yeah, I think Coach Pat's obviously going to want to give his starters, they've probably got numbers that they're going into the game set on as far as stats, and then you start giving some of these guys the experience of playing in a playoff game. Good look back up to Carter here. So Alex White to Carter Fitzgerald. Looks like there was also a goalie change for Desert Vista. Looks like Vincent Lyons is in the game now.
Yeah, the gorgeous top shelf shot there for a hat trick for Fitzgerald.
But yeah, Jordan, to your point, I think, if you're Coach Harbison, you might, like I said, start getting some of these younger guys some playoff experience, and like you said, resting up for an eventual game on Friday.
Quick update, while we were at a break, it was 2-2 last time I looked in the NDP Corona game. We actually have 3-3 now.
Friedman's got the ball over to Lacrosse here. Lacrosse up to Finn. Finn fakes a pass here, and Lyons got a piece of that shot. So a good save there by Vincent Lyons. Alex White inside, and a big save by Vincent Lyons. Lacrosse on the doorstep, and Vincent Lyons with a great save. Desert Vista looking to clear the ball. And DV able to clear the ball across the midfield here and get their ball on the offensive half. And here comes the double team from Brophy. Able to hold on to the ball here, but ultimately it gets run out of bounds. Good defense there by Braden Peitzmeyer and Carter Fitzgerald. Finn's got the ball here, finds Friedman. Friedman the shot, save, Vincent Lyons again. Pushes it upfield. Curtis Johnson with the second clear here over to Dylan Pethel. Dylan up to Lincoln Voppel here. Dylan Pethel with the ball. So two great clears by Curtis Johnson, big saves by Vincent Lyons. And Desert Vista's got the ball here.
This is a big possession for DV.
Here's Dylan Pethel, moves the ball over to Logan. Logan over to Nolan King Zimmerman here. And that's going to be a hold. It's going to be two penalties. Looks like Aiden Ashore for Brophy. Looks like it might be 3 penalties on Aiden. The hold for sure. Looks like they might have a hold and then something else, and then the last penalty looks like might have been some communication with the ref.
As we're waiting to see what's getting sorted out by the refs.
Yeah, so first penalty, here's a hold.
We got a 4-3 Notre Dame right now in the second.
Yeah, couldn't make out what the other penalties are. I imagine it's going to be unsportsmanlike at some point for talking to the officials, but the first penalty was a hold.
You got a hold of conduct. It looked like they were tied up when that second flag came out.
Well, but then the third one was the other one.
A lot of time being kicked down off the clock here.
So Desert Vista will be man up here. And unfortunate turnover there.
Get him in! Get him in!
So Desert Vista will stay man up as Brophy tries to clear the ball. And Brophy offsides. So Evan Day will pick up the ball here for DV. They will stay man up as they get their offense on the field.
Dust, I don't know if you noticed, but no Kyle Lynch.
I was just about to say that. I have not seen Kyle Lynch on the field this second half. Looks like Braylon Edwards, number 7, has been getting some offensive reps here for Desert Vista as well. So I wonder if it could potentially be an injury for Kyle Lynch. Desert Vista still man up here. And here's a shot by Nolan King-Zimmerman, saved by Ryan Peitzmeyer. And here's Eli Friedman on the punt return clear. Brophy's got majority of their offense on the field. They are still man down. Desert Vista is man up.
Interesting choice here, no double.
Yeah, no double there. Lets Brophy kind of run the penalty out, so now they are back to 6v6. The ball's with Carter Fitzgerald. It looks like they're potentially locking off Eli Friedman. Yeah, it looks like they're going to lock him off.
Usually when you see that no double, coach is calling a yo-yo, but down this much, I don't know why you put it in there.
Right. And shot by Carter Fitzgerald, backed up by Alex White. Alex White will bring the ball in. Brophy's got numbers as Desert Vista's looking to substitute. And a shot and a goal.
Zach Tate.
Zach Lacrosse.
Pardon me, Zach Lacrosse. Says his brother's name.
We'll just call it a goal by Lacrosse.
There we go.
Come on, Corbin, here we go now.
Give it to both of them.
So it looks like we've got Corbin on the face-off for Brophy. Dylan Pethel for Desert Vista. And false start going to Desert Vista. And some pressure here by Brophy. And a turnover there. Braden Peitzmeyer with the takeaway. And here's Kathan Chirikuri on the clear. And Brophy will settle into their offense. Tate Armstrong with the ball. Over to Alex White. White over to Finn.
They got numbers.
Finn up to Eli Friedman. Over to Maddox Ranley. Here's Tyler Scripps. Scripps to his left, back to his right. Shot saved by Vincent. Another big save by Vincent Lyons. So Lions came into the second half, made a couple big saves already. Desert Vista looking to clear the ball. And here's Jake Kingery on the clear. And
Timeout,
looks
DV.
like timeout, Desert Vista.
So 1:17 to go here in the third. We'll take a short timeout here on South Mountain Lacrosse. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's his little brother. Yeah. Good old kid.
All right, we are back out of the timeout from Desert Vista. They have the ball. Looking to get a touch here and settle their offense. Move the ball up to Evan Day. Over to Dylan Pethtel. Dylan getting a lot of work in tonight, taking face-offs, playing offense, defense.
Let's go, Lou.
Here's Evan Day. Moves the ball to X over to Logan Gozwich. Over to Nolan King Zimmerman. And guarded by Dane Helt. Moves the ball up to Voppel. Voppel over to Pethtel here. Pethtel thought about it, but moves the ball to X. Here's Logan Gozwich now with the ball at X. And looks like a miscommunication there, and the ball's out of bounds. We're going back to Brophy. Picked up by Tate Armstrong. Brophy's got numbers here. Ranley over to Finn. Finn down to Alex White. Alex White buries it. And a goal there for Alex White. And that's going to be it for the third quarter.
Yeah, it looks like the trainer looking at Kyle Lynch over there on the sideline. I think his night might be done.
If that's the case, that would be a real bummer. Obviously, Kyle Lynch, a senior. I believe he's going to go play at U of A, but that would be a real bummer for him if he's not able to return. Definitely one of the heart and soul players of the Desert Vista offense.
I mean, what a run for the Lynch family.
100%.
3 boys, all through Desert Vista, and had a great run, couple championships under there. We have an update over at the Notre Dame Corona game. Score is all tied up at 4-4 in the second quarter.
So 12 minutes to go. Broncos in control of this one as they look to punch their ticket to the state championship. I believe it's 4 consecutive championships for Brophy at this point.
Yep, they are looking for five in a row here.
Yeah, right now Brophy is the gold standard in Arizona lacrosse.
That's right.
They are battle tested, playing teams like Torrey Pines, ESD, Highland Park.
A big pickup here. You got Voppel, moves it to Nolan King, and decides to not take the shot there and settle for offense. So Nolan King Zimmerman here moves the ball to Logan. Logan carries the ball. Braylon Edwards here, being guarded by Dane Helt. Braylon shot in the goal. Great move there by Braylon Edwards, the midfielder from Desert Vista, guarded by Dane Helt, goes in down the middle of the Brophy defense and gets a goal for the Thunder. It also looks like we have a goalie change for Brophy. Brady Baltzel is in for Brophy.
That right there is great to see, though. That's a great character goal right there. Team's down big, but still playing hard.
Yeah, not a top goal scorer for DB by any means. Just his 4th on the season, but coming up big here.
Big face-off and a win here for Desert Vista. Picked up by Maddox Ranley. Desert Vista, the pole. And a good check there late by Maddox Ranley, and Brophy looks to push transition. Brady Botzel with the ball here, and he sees Braden Peitzmeyer. And lost the ball here, back over to Desert Vista. Pushes the ball to X, looks to settle here. Moves the ball up, here's Braylon Edwards, looking for another one. He decides to hold the ball and moves over to Dylan Pethel. Over to Lincoln Voppel. Here's Lincoln. Rolls back, moves it to Pethel. Ball sitting in midfield, who's going to grab it? Pethel is going to pick it up with ease. Guarded by Ranley. Good defense here by Maddox Ranley. Moves the ball over to Nolan King Zimmerman. There's Nolan King Zimmerman downhill. Shot, saved by Baltzel. And moves it to Maddox Ranley on the clear.
He's going to punt return this.
And big clear there by Maddox Ranley, the senior. Here's Braden Peitzmeyer. Moves it to Lacrosse. Lacrosse goes to X. Looks like Vincent Torres in, checking into the game for the first time. We've got Tyler Scripps, Kathan.
And the brothers.
Yeah, both Lacoste brothers. It also looks like another freshman, Hunter Harmon, is in as well. Shot and backed up by Harmon. So just like you mentioned, Jordan, Pat, giving some of these younger guys some playoff experience.
This is where you kind of get a look for the future coming up, especially those young freshmen that can ball out.
Here's Lacrosse. Spin move shot and a snipe top left corner for Tate Lacrosse. So Tate Lacrosse goes down his right, rolls back to his left. Great, gets his hands free. Opportunity there for a great shot. Stings the top corner. So it looks like we've got Connor landing on the faceoff, and it looks like Michael Swenson taking his first faceoff of the night. We talked about it in the pregame, Brophy, a lot of different faceoff guys as well.
Got Gage Rice at the LSM spot too right now.
Yep. And initial win by Swenson, but picked up by Lannon. Connor Lannon.
Good job, Caden.
It looks like Caden Quack on the wing as well. Hunter Harmon gets the ground ball. He's got Gage Rice on the doorstep, but decides not to throw it. Hunter rolls up from X up the hash. And Caden looking for the ground ball, picked up by Desert Vista. Tate Peterson on the clear. Great clear here by Tate Peterson. And decides to move the ball over to Logan. Logan moves it over to Nolan. Nolan moves it up top to Lincoln Voppel here. Guarded by Caden. Evan Day on the crease in front of traffic. And can't get a shot off. Desert Vista pulls it out. Logan at X. Back up to Nolan King Zimmerman. Here's Kyle Kruger. There's Lincoln Voppel here. Got two guys on him. Got to move the ball here. Evan Day. He's got one of the 2 goals tonight. And he's got a short stick matchup here at X. Evan wraps the goal shot and just on the outside. It's saved at X by Desert Vista here. Moves it over to Logan. Logan up to Kruger. Back over to Logan. Moves the ball up to Nolan King Zimmerman. There's a dodge here. Nolan shot and just wide. And timeout by Brophy.
So it looks like Notre Dame Corona now at halftime. Still knotted up, 4-4.
Yeah, we talked a little bit more about that one. Some previews there. Kaz Matzler, the faceoff guy for Corona, definitely a force to reckon with. Probably, I imagine has a lot of the faceoff wins for Corona, but Notre Dame does have a high-octane offense, good defense. So that's why the game is close. Both offenses, both defenses are playing the best they are able to in a big semifinal game. So not a surprise there to see that game knotted up at half as both teams are evenly matched.
I agree, and at the back end you have Dom for Corona and you have Braden for NDP, and Braden finishing the season through ALL play as I believe it was close to almost 70%. So, he's really going to hold it down. It definitely will keep being a goalie battle over there.
So Brophy had a timeout. Desert Vista will still have the ball here.
That right there is to make sure your young guys just take a deep breath and calm down while they're playing.
There's Nolan King Zimmerman with the ball. Moves the ball up top.
Tipped by the goalie.
There's Voppel here. Lincoln Voppel, a jump shot and a goal. So Lincoln Voppel out the timeout with a great dodge. And it looks like maybe part of that timeout as well for Coach Pat was to get C.J. Wendell, another goalie for Brophy. C.J. Wendell in cage now for Brophy.
You know, Dustin, I think that's a cool story. Pesmeyer this year got sick, but then chose, with his commitment to Utah, to kind of let Brady and CJ get some more playing time this year.
Yeah, ultimate teammate move there by Ryan Peitzmeyer to understand that, you know, there's a lot of bodies on the roster, and, you know, there's guys that are deserving of playing time, and was a team player to ultimately let some of his guys be playing in some games. So great teammate move there by Ryan Peitzmeyer.
Another
stoppage of play here. So Brophy ball here, 4 minutes left.
Oh, it looks like we had some equipment or someone got hit with that shot for the stoppage of play there.
It looks like Tate Peterson is coming out, number 10 for Desert Vista. He might have been the one with equipment change. So it looks like number 30, Donovan Arntz, is coming in for him. So we got Hunter Harmon with the ball, Jake Kingery guarding him from Desert Vista. Hunter Harmon's got the ball now. Moves it over to Lacrosse. Gets his hands free with his right hand here down the alley. A shot and a goal. And that is Zach Lacrosse. So we just saw a lefty snipe shot from Tate Lacrosse. Now we get one from Zach Lacrosse. Makes it 21-3 Broncos. So we've got Corbin on the face-off here for Brophy. Dylan Peftel for Desert Vista. Win by Corbin, goes back to his goalie. Smart play there. And Brophy looks to clear the ball. Here's C.J. Wendell. Moves it up. He's got Gage Rice. And good deflection there by Desert Vista. Brophy still trying to clear it. And timeout by Brophy. So 2:45 left in the game. It'll be Brophy ball.
I was like, oh, his parents are pissed.
So Brophy restarts here. We got Tyler Scripps with the ball. Over to Vincent Torres. Back up top. Here's Hunter Harmon. Guarded by Jake Kingery.
Drew Lightman.
Here's Drew Lightman. getting some offensive reps. And here's Michael Swenson. Inside feed and picked up by Vincent Lyons, but looks like a late interference here by Desert Vista. Ball going back to Brophy. So reset here, Hunter Harmon with the ball. Gets a screen here from Swenson. Over to Tyler Scripps, guarded by Hayden Allen. Inside finish. Shot saved by Vincent Lyons. Looks like Caden from Brophy on the doorstep. Vincent with a great save. Desert Vista looks to clear. Hayden up to Nolan King Zimmerman. Nolan feeds it inside and lost the handle. And it'll be Brophy ball. A minute to go here. Brophy looking to clear. Good ride by Desert Vista. And Hunter Harmon with the ball, and they get over the midfield. 40 seconds left here. Hunter Harmon, guarded by Braylon Edwards. Feeds it and overthrew his guy just a little bit. That ball will go out of bounds. And no, it's saved. Vincent Torres. Maddox Ranley with the screen. Over to Tyler Scripps. About 20 seconds left. Tyler Scripps inside and picked up by Drew Lightman. And penalties all over the field. That's going to run the clock out, though. So final score, Brophy 21, Desert Vista 3. Brophy will advance to the 2026 state championship game. An amazing run this season by Desert Vista, getting to another semifinal.
Hard-fought season, good play by both teams. And now Brophy headed to their 5th straight finals game.
Now Broncos advancing to 12-0. They'll go to that championship and they'll face the winner of that Notre Dame Corona game. Last we checked on that, Notre Dame up 5-4. Great matchup here tonight. Congratulations again to Desert Vista on their season. Continue watching Arizona Lacrosse League semifinal playoff action. You can head on over to APN Video with Jeff Laurie bringing you that game over there at Notre Dame. And that sounds like a close one. With the
And they just tied it. They just tied it. 5-5 in the third.
Sounds like a good one. Dustin Cowell, Jordan Riggs, it's been Chris Ross here on South Mountain Lacrosse. Thanks for tuning in and watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.
Folks in New Jersey. They're good. They know what they're talking about.
You guys did fantastic. My mom texted me. She goes, "They were so good." They're talking about Zach and Tate. Thanks, Mom. I'm Nate. I'll email you. So I'm coaching.